Good evening, and happy Friday, everybody. Hope y'all had a good week. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes. I know it's Friday. I'm on a little bit early, but I did want to go over a few things that we got in store, give y'all some opportunities to take advantage of them, and just go over some of the things that I've been offering inside of Discord. Most of y'all know me as Dr. Shaz, and my business, trade with Dr. Shaz, or Know Better, Do Better consulting. But most of you don't know that I run a Discord as well. Me and a couple of the business partners, we run a Discord, and most people think about Discord and Telegram and WhatsApp, and they immediately get turned off because they're just like, "Oh, this is just another subscription, something else that I have to buy into, subscribe to." Um, and just pay. And I want to kind of change that misconception because I think a lot of traders are failing, just like the title says. You're not profitable as a trader because you lack guidance. A lot of people run into the market and they see the glitz, the glam, the gurus, the mansions, the cars, pretty much the rented vehicles and homes, and they get attracted to that. So they run to that Discord, or they run to that strategy, or they run to that indicator, and that's not going to give you instant reward. It's not going to make you instant money. It's really about understanding the market, and the way you understand the market is devoting a little bit time to learn and actually put the work in. I don't know anything that you can just pick up and do and just be like, okay, I'm going to start today, I'm going to do it, and I got it just right off the bat. Unless you just, again, no one's great at cooking right off the bat. No one's just great at riding a bike. You do take it. Most things that are going to be great do take practice. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you guys for showing up. Once you drop in, let me know what city and state you're coming in from. Every time I get on YouTube, I think of Erica Williams. She has a little intro, and that little button on StreamYard is like, do you want to play your intro? So hopefully the next time we come on, I have an intro video for you guys. Just things in the works. Uh, but back to the topic on guidance. I do my best inside of Discord, and again, I'm inside of Discord. I'm an analyst. I have my own channel here, and I just want to show you guys how it is set up behind Discord, what you actually get, why it is beneficial, and what all you can take advantage of. Because a lot of people just think, oh, I'm just here to get signals, or there's just going to be call outs. And inside of our Discord, it's just much different. This coming Sunday, we're going to have new member orientation, and we're also having the anniversary of Kendra. If you guys don't know just Kendra, you are missing out. Kendra got me hip to IWM. I have been at heart a lover of SPY. But she got me to start kind of dibbling and dabbling in IWM because she's such a pro, such the zero DC queen over here. And I just love to follow her. I've learned a lot from her inside of Discord, and we have a motto inside of the Mogul Stock Group is iron sharpens iron, and I really believe that. Like, we are all making each other great, and it's almost like the Avengers and the Transformers or Power Rangers, when we all line up. I seen Kendra call a QQQ put. I was already looking at spy put, so I knew my trade was going to go well because I'm a part of a community. They're seeing what I'm seeing. We are piggybacking off of each other and giving confirmation to very great trades and setups. But I just wanted to get you guys comfortable with that new member orientation. This Sunday, we're gonna have Sky Connor. She's gonna come in and explain the Discord, give a little kudos, and introduce you to some of us, the analysts. You already know me, but you'll get to know Ronan. You'll get to know Donovan. Donovan's inside a group, one of our pastors and ministers inside the group that gives Bible study on Wednesday. We have Pastor inside the group who gives us great trade psychology. We have Kendra Court. They are the leaders inside of the moguls, and they're actually running a group mentorship now where people are already having testimonials of transformation. I run an ongoing mentorship, but I don't want to, just have you guys just see me and just I keep the Discord to myself. But I do like for y'all to be prepared before I just swing out and just show y'all Discord and say, hey, join my Discord. Hey Cam, thank you so much for checking in. show you guys Discord. I usually don't even sell it to my clients. Most of you guys don't even know I'm in Discord, or I run it because I want you to be a great trader before I have you subscribe to something that you may not be able to fully take advantage of and you see as a bill. The Discord is not a bill. This is an investment. So when I see people sign up and I want you guys to see it, the Discord right now is $210 a month. Most people are like, whoa, that's a lot of money. And but if you think about it, you guys are probably not going to be able to see my calculator because I'm just sharing my screen. But think about this: if you had 210 a month and you get Kendra, Court, me, Ronan, Donovan, Sky Zone, uh, Hannah. Hannah does live trading every day, in the morning open and back at Power Hour. And then we have Chardell. That's 9 people, and I think I'm leaving out somebody. Let me look at my list real quick. We have 9 analysts. Divide 210 by 9. That's $23. You're literally paying $23 to have $23 for 9 analysts. So if you paid us to have individual hour signals daily, that just breaks down to $23 a month to have 9 different analysts. If you just paid us out of your pocket, if you like sign up for one Discord or sign up for this Discord, we literally have 9 different analysts in here to help you. So again, I just like to show you guys the value. Also, if you sign up, the first 10 people to sign up before Sunday when we have our orientation, I believe, I can't remember if it's in the morning or the afternoon, but if you sign up for Discord before that orientation, you're going to get a free one-on-one with me, because one, I want you to understand how to utilize Discord and to your full advantage, and just not feel like it can be overwhelming. You get in here and there's all these channels, there's all these analysts, and you really don't know what you want to do. So again, I want to break it down for you. Make sure you have proper goals set. Make sure you understand how the signals are going and what's going to be appropriate, which channel you may need to watch for your specific budget. So definitely want you guys to utilize that. I'm gonna drop inside of the chat. Let's see, you guys, and it's in the that's not the right link. It's in the description, and I'll probably prompt it across the screen. Can I put this in a banner? Y'all are probably not going to be able to click the banner, but here's my email. Once you sign up for Discord, let's say you decide to sign up, you sign up, capture your pay link in a screenshot, send it over to me, DM it to me, or email it to me, and say, "Hey, Chaz, I signed up. You're gonna get a free one-on-one with me." Again, I want to literally hold your hand, welcome you to the fold, and make sure you know how to utilize this channel and make it profitable for you. Again, like I said, a lot of times when we trade and we lack guidance, we don't know what to trade. We don't know what indicators to use. We don't know how to read our chart. We don't know what to trade. We're just going off of the taco is talking and I need to make some money, or the markets are down, or this guru said buy this or buy that. And we don't have any guidance of our own self. So one thing we really pride ourselves on in the community is about independence and promoting growth. Donovan just last year was a mentee of Court and Kendra in their what they have currently now, their mentorship, and now he's an analyst. So we love to promote within. One of you that are listening to this now may learn or may become an analyst in the near future. Court really poured into me. I used to be one of his mentees and learning under him and Lenore inside of Discord. And then I struck off and did my own thing. And Court just stayed by me. He hovered, he watched, gave me advice all the time, sold into me, and was like, Chaz, hey, how about you come over to Discord? You don't have to do as much work. You don't have to manage people. Come over here. And I would do a poll and everybody would say, no, we don't like Discord. Keep it in Messenger. We don't like that. But when you're doing stuff that's not organized, you create more work for yourself. And that's exactly what I don't want. When it comes to trading, a lot of people are looking for time freedom and just job freedom. They want to get back. They want to just be free. We've learned that we've come from being field slaves to being corporate slave, or being white or blue collar slaves, and we just think it's normal that we should work 60 years, and other people are finding other ways to not have to work all this time. So we want to be in that fold of people that are learning how to make more money a lot faster, and not have to be in the workforce. So if you want to be in the workforce, that's fine. I'm not telling anybody quit their job. You don't have to do any of that. This is just to supplement some income. grow that. And then if it leads to your freedom, definitely we want to help you on that journey. So I wanted to show you guys that again, give some guidance and show you guys what I gave guidance on the other day. People inside of my Discord, a lot of people, they're different budgets. Some people can afford it, some people can't. Some people are still on the free side. So I did a free office hours on Thursday to prepare people for today. And I told them, I'm going to show you right on here. And this is when I get a little cocky and I go into my mode of I told you so. I told you guys. I gave y'all the plan yesterday. So and I put it here. I had to cancel yesterday. Let me see, where did I put that move? Because I almost forgot it. There we go. So yesterday I gave them the move. This morning I did to Great Day. $10. How many dollars did I say we could drop? $10. We're already down 24 before the open. So I think somebody tagged me in it so I can show you. Oh, they didn't do it. So let me scroll back up to yesterday so y'all can see it. This was yesterday at the close at 3 p.m. yesterday. So 3 p.m. yesterday, you could have already prepared for today. Again, I want y'all to keep in your head that Discord is $210, but with my code challenge, you get it for 105. So let's say you signed up yesterday, it was $105. You got in, and I gave you this message. If SPY follows the same trend from last week, possible under another $10 drop downside tomorrow. I'm already giving y'all the sentiment of what played out. How did I know that? I went back into the chart, and this is what I did in that office hours. My client didn't show up, so I gave free office hours, came back to the chart. Let's clean it up. We don't even need anything on it because Chaz already gave you what you needed to look at. So let's go back. What was Thursday? Was that like the 19th? Takes us to a 30-minute. Oh, I'm on SPX. Don't want to be over there. There we go. Now we're on SPY. Where is that close? I'm gonna have to get down on my 5. So I forgot I cut the indicators off, so I couldn't see it. I'm going to hide some of these. Those are order blocks. Hannah helped me to the order blocks. Again, iron sharpen iron. If one of my fellow analysts uses some and it works, I'm going to try it. See how it works for me. So let's cut this off, VWAP. Let's keep it very plain. Take the move. This is Wednesday. There's Thursday. I called this play too. I said, hey, we didn't get that pullback we usually get on Wednesday. We're probably going to see it on Thursday. What was the move? We had a $4 move on this week. So this was $6.59 down to $6.55. $4 move. Okay, here goes Thursday to Friday. $6.57 down to $6.56. But that whole day move for Friday was $6.57 down to $6.44. Sheesh. It just dropped. Let's put that ruler on. And I think I was being a little bit modest with it, but let's run it. It had about $11 to the from the high, from the open to the low. That was an $11 move. So we had $4 from Wednesday to Thursday. We got $11 for Friday. Let's take it back. So I already ran the play for you. So let's go to this Wednesday to Thursday. What do we have? Market closes at 6.56. Where did it open? 6.52. What's that? $4 move. I gave you the play. You had the $4 move because it did it last week. We come back in for today. Market spiked up after hours and they had everybody bullish. And I'm like, but why? Why would we be bullish? Like, there's no reason. The taco said we may come to an end or some agreements with Iran, but it was just like, it was like a bluff to me. It's like you being in a fight and somebody say, put your hands down, I won't hit you no more. Well, until you stop hitting me, I'm not putting my hands down. That's the type of preparation we needed to have for the market. Not trying to put your hands down. There's no time to get calls yet. Market is still tanking. There was also a lot of sentiment on the option chain. So I was like, nah, this thing is very bearish. If you traded today, let me know what you traded. If you shorted SPY today, let me know you shorted SPY. Or if you think this would have been beneficial for you, let me know that too. So if you knew Wednesday to Thursday, it dropped $4 and you knew, or if you would have known, it would have dropped $4 from Wednesday to Thursday. And then if it was going to drop $10 today, would that have helped you? If that would have helped you, drop some sevens in the chat. Let me know if that would have been helpful for you. And I'm going to show you what it would have done for you. So we opened at 6:42. Where did we close? This is after hours, 6:43. Literally $11. I showed you the ruler, $11.44. There is the $11 from open to close. It was there. Math is math. And even if you started from the day before, if you started from the close, you say, okay, we had 6:44. We closed at 6:34. We had that full $10 move from the close of yesterday down to today. So you're like, okay, Chaz, well, you said it, but what does that really look like for the chart? I got y'all. I knew y'all would ask, or at least you should ask. So I came over the bar chart. Why am I in bar chart? Because I want you to learn. I don't want you to just take my word for you. I want you to come back and back test me. I always come back and fact check. On Facebook, they flag posts because what? They fact check them and say, that's not true. So I want people to come back and back test me. Come back and fact check me. See if I'm telling you what is real or if I'm just guessing or faking. I'm going to come in. I'm on bar chart. I'm changing the candlesticks because those are a little bit harder to understand. And we're going to put this on a 5-minute. So we're just going, if you just took the big move, you didn't even stay close to the money and you took the 6:35. Here's the time. Here's the open. Where's our opening candle? Here. So that opening candle was at $55, hit a low of 23, rolled up. What happened once it dropped? Even if you missed it, let's say you didn't even get in back up here and it was 90 some bucks. Let's say you caught some of this low at 23, some of this low at 28. This ran up after this thing. Sorry, I mean, it took all day, but we do have consolidation sometimes, but it still wasn't bad. 2 o'clock. Well, this would have been 1. So $81 up to 201. And that's just at the low. This is you saying, I trust Chaz. I'm going to take the $10 whole move, not even waiting and getting close to the money and say, nah, I don't think so. Let's go here. Let's say if you got a little bit, what did I do? That was 635. What was this one? Because I want to be a little bit closer in the money. There we go, 637. And then let's bring it back up. So let's say you started in the money. We're at 642. And let's say you took a 640 put. And I told you were going to get a $10 move. At that low, this contract was 104. At the end of the day, that contract went to $680. Again, even if you got stumped out, even if you started at the beginning of the day 168, it pops up to 198. You got $100 paid. Market pull back. You say, okay, but it's still holding. You get back in at 109. It goes to 268, goes to 370, for almost $500 and kept running. Again, knowing or anticipating where the market moves gives you much better guidance. I didn't let me really break it down of how I help you guys learn. I said if SPY follows the same trend from last week, possible another $10 to the downside. Did I give you a strike? No. Did I tell you what number? No. Because what? Majority of the time when you are trading, if I give you the strike, I weed out half of you all because y'all are going to go, it's not going to do it. Or 2, I can't afford it. Or 3, I don't know what that means. So I gave you the autonomy to say, I want to know which strike it could go to. I want to see what I can afford. You just had to go and get some puts. I gave you $10. You could have put $2 away, $4 away, $5 down, $7 down, $10 down. You could have took any of those and you would have still been profitable because I gave you the range. I didn't give you a limitation. A lot of times when we give you a signal, it limits you because you can't see past that. All you see is that number. And when we get away from that number, you're like, whoa, my anxiety's up. It's going against me. But I gave you a whole range of $10. And what did it do? It ate that $10 up. Because why? That's what the market did last week. How else did I know that? I check the news. We teach our clients to start the day with the news. So if you check the news today, we've gone through it, but there was no news today. Oh, no, that's not today. I don't know why that's still set for last week. We had no red folders, so we had no news, so there was nothing to bring into the market that's going to give us some positive sentiment. We had no news, so this is going to confidently trade out. We had Trump at the end of the day, but again, where's Trump speaking? Future investment initiative in Miami Beach. Nothing really related to us or the bond or WAR. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube and not get a strike or stuff like that, but that wasn't going to do anything. So we had a very light day. So if we had no bullish sentiment, no good information on a Friday, it was natural we were going to sell out. So y'all tell me, does that make sense? Could you have taken advantage of that? Again, if that made sense, if you could have been profitable today from that, drop some sevens in the chat. Y'all let me know. Because this is exactly what I broke down in that free office hour. There and guess how many people were in the office hours? There was only like 5 or 6 people that showed up to my office hours. This was a free opportunity. Most of the time, my one-on-ones are $100. $100. I gave a free $100 away for people to show up on, Zoom. They could share their screens. They could ask questions. $100 giveaway basically, so people can show up to the office hours, and that's what we promote. You don't just pay for the Discord and then I got a one piece off. I got to go pay for a one-on-one over here. I got to pay for one-on-one over there. A lot of times we have free office hours for you to just show up and ask questions, because everything that you have and a question that you have doesn't have to be something that has to be paid. We're here and available to the people. Now, if you need a whole session, you want me to hold your hand, taking trades, calling the trade for you, yeah, then you got to book it. But I gave y'all the blueprint. I gave y'all the play. Well, I gave them the play. So now you should be asking, well, Chaz, what do you see for next week? Somebody should ask me. Like, if I got all this information right now and I just showed y'all what would happen the last 2 days, somebody should ask me what we would have next week. What do we have next week? Easter's coming up. We have Good Friday. Market's going to be closed. So we're only going to be trading Monday through Thursday. So that's going to be a short trading week. Somebody should ask me some questions. So again, I'm not going to be here long. We're almost, I just heard Diamond Dave say we're almost at that 30-minute mark. I'm not going to hold y'all. I just want to show y'all that you are not a profitable trader because you may be lacking guidance. You're jumping from this community. You're jumping from that community. You're jumping from this strategy, jumping from that indicator. Look at the chart I gave y'all. I took everything off the chart. There's no indicators. Well, there's a gap, but you didn't need it. You needed to know the math. You need to know the reasoning behind the trade and why the play is working out. Somebody asked, who's there? Will T5? Will T5X? So what do I see for next week? Amy X, what do I see for next week? Well, we got a short trading week. So if we have a short trading week, we're usually more bearish. People are not going to hold swing through the weekend, so I think we may open a little down. If we don't, we may scale down throughout the week. But again, Wednesday and Thursday have already showed us that they've been bearish, so we might get a little bit of pop Monday and Tuesday, and then bearish the next week, next Wednesday and Thursday. But the option chain also leads into some information, which led me to believe that we will not wrap this up until mid-April, with oil at earliest. Chaz, why do you think that? Well, let's look at the chain. We have Friday, and we look at puts, and we look at the option chain. So I like to look at the chain. Why did so much volume move out of 615? Because they had the contracts already in open interest and they sold them. They got that 100% return. They got up out of there. Look at 625. Look how much money was made on a 625 put for next Friday. They knew, or they talked to Chastity, because this is a 100% trade. So if this contract is at 544, this contract was about 230, 240 yesterday. They held it overnight, 133%. What did they do? They hunted the chain. I didn't have to be in the money. I knew about how much it was going to fall, and then you follow the money. This is next week's contract, and they're still in it. Still a bunch of OI, still a bunch of volume. So I'm still bearish. Let's go out to the following week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the 10th. Let's go to the 10th. Are they still bearish? Still got 50,000 at 215. Let's look at some lower strikes. They're easing up out here on the 10th. And now let's go to the 17th. We get to the 17th. Oh, they're not on the 10th. But look at that 535. Way out of the money, still up 60%. 200,000, 150,000. These strikes should stand out to you guys. These strikes should be put on your radar. If the guru teaches you, you don't have to predict the market. You just need to kind of have some understanding of what to anticipate. And if you're going to anticipate it, at least have some backing behind. Oh, I just think the market's going to go down because it's going to go down. Y'all going to blindly follow me. No, make them show you evidence. Why do they see it? What strike do they get? What's the range? And does it come to fruition? If it doesn't, stop following them. Again, I'm not going to give you, I don't ever say that I won't take an L. I took an L earlier. What happened? Because me and the client were in the trade, I still had my $10 mark, and it retraced and triggered my stop. So what happened? We followed our rules. We got out the trade. We were able to get back inside the trade later on. Well, Chad, if you knew it was going to drop $10, why didn't you just hold? What's the rule? If I'm in a zero DTE trade, zero DTEs are not meant to be held all day. Just like a baby, put that baby down. Don't hold that baby all day. What's going to happen? You're going to spoil the baby. Put that trade down and hit your stop. Get out the trade. You can always get back in later. We are not just traders when you enter this option market or whatever market. I just showed some clients NQ. If anybody trades NQ, drop a 1 in the chat. I have a fire play for NQ. I'm debating on dropping it. I just shared the sample of it with like 3 traders I know that trade NQ. Wanted to show it to them first, let them back test it. I've been back testing it for 2 weeks. Beautiful setup, exactly to the T of how it works. Me with my 8-month-old, exactly. You hold that 8-week-old all day, yeah, buddy, you gonna keep holding. You spoil that child. We used to call my cousin, one of my cousins, we called my cousin umbilical cord baby, because she would never want to go with anybody else. She was attached. Don't get attached to those plays. If you're in a zero DTE, that is some speed dating. That is short term. If you get into your zero DTE in that morning, by afternoon, you should be out, and you should only be scalping with that play. That's not a play to be held all day. That means we need to get a play that expires Monday or the next day or Wednesday. I actually cut my trade, and I'm a little disappointed. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell y'all the play that I cut. And like I said, I'm disappointed in myself, but I did something I usually don't do, which is swinging my put contract. And my put contract was, and I closed it in the negative. What's this the one? Let me see. What was yesterday? The 26th. There we go. Where is my contract? I had a 6. Let me see if it where that contract went to. It went in profit after I closed though. I had a 628 put for today, and we ended at 633. So let's go back test it. What was I good to close that trade, or should I have kept it? Let's go back to bar chart. Let's walk through those steps. So I want to teach you guys again. I want to educate you on how do you back test? How do you know if your trade was good? How do you know if it was bad? How do you know if you should have held it a little bit longer? You go and back test it. So I closed this trade at negative nine. I lost $19, but I closed it because I forgot that it was not a zero DTE that I got the Friday contract. So 628 put. Let's see, was that any more profitable today? Slightly. I was best to close it when I did, even though I had more time. It got back up to $25, but that was $6. I was good to close it yesterday. Go back and back test those trades. Use bar chart to tell you. So yeah, but I knew this thing was falling. I was testing a swing and get in there. So I'll open the floor now. Again, one or two things I want to run it back. Drop replay if you're catching a replay. Let me know if you found value in this information. Let me know if you're thinking about getting into the community. If you got questions, post it on the community wall. A lot of people don't know that we have a community in the channel. So if you come over to the channel, you can create posts behind here. Here's my channel. You guys are in the community. Go to the post wall. You guys should be able to post behind here. So if you got questions from me, trades, things that you want me to look at, come post it on the wall. I'll address it. So make sure you build that here. But also we'll take this over again to Discord. Again, the first 10 people to sign up with the link to Discord and send me their pay screenshot, you're going to get a free one-on-one with me. I'm going to go over a customized trading plan for you, go over how to utilize the Discord properly for you and what's your setup, how your schedule is, whether you're a swing trader, day trader, if you're a scalper. I'm going to go over all those things with you. But I'm going to leave it here. I just wanted to give you, just knock down some of those myths, how you need to really look at being a profitable trader by having guidance, having a mentor, having a community that helps you. And we really want to grow over here. Again, I'm looking at, we're in March. I got what, we're 3 months in. You still have 9 more months to be an exceptional trader and an exceptional capital manager, and I want to help 100 people by the end of the year. I'm already up to maybe 20. So I got room for about 80 more people to help throughout this year become profitable traders, leave their jobs. I hope one of you all will be in my next 80 for this year. And in order for me to help the most and get the most out of this is to help people get inside of Discord and be able to help you all at the same time. So again, the first 10 people to take advantage, you're going to get that free one-on-one with me. Outside of that, I'll probably work on some discounts. Most people that are here know I like to give things away. So definitely be on the lookout for those giveaways. If you got questions, I'm going to drop the invite link. If you want to come up, have a chat with me and ask questions on the live, you can. If you want, I'm going to give this about 6 more minutes and let the comments pop up because I know they can be delayed. So if you got questions for me about Discord, you got questions to be about trading or a particular ticker, this is your opportunity to have it with me without paying for a one-on-one. And I'm gonna let you know what to do. Again, I wish YouTube would let you, play music because it gets so quiet over here. And I'm sitting here waiting on y'all comments to pop up. If you thought this was good, drop some ones in the chat, drop some fire emojis. Let me know. Did y'all enjoy this? Was this worth your few minutes to tap in? Should I have kept it to myself? Y'all give me some feedback. I know I've been a little, neglecting on the YouTube side, so I apologize. I'm gonna get on here more, get this calendar set up. But my one-on-ones, they've been killing it. And I gotta brag on them a little bit because this is my client right here. And I just want y'all to see the timestamp. I always play like timestamp shouting. I really am. I really am the timestamp shouting. My morning one-on-one consult started at 8:15. That way we can do a pre-market prep. And this was an early trade. We took the trade quite early. We usually don't take the trade until about 9. But she took the trade. We walked through it. We saw it. we didn't we didn't want to be greedy. She took 10 contracts. Y'all think about it. The stock market opens at 8:30. We're already in the market. We're already done. It's 8:55. How many minutes is it? Y'all tell me. That's 25 minutes. Who amongst y'all, it's like 13 or 14 y'all on here. Y'all tell me who has made $1,310 in 25 minutes. And if you have, what do you do? Tell me what you do. If you haven't done that before, drop a 2. If you have done it, tell me what you do for a living where you made $1,310 in 25 minutes. What is the cost of joining the Discord? I don't see the link to check it out. Let me drop the link again. I forgot. I was trying to add the link and it didn't work. So my apologies, guys. So let me come back in and get it. The Discord is $210 per month. But if you use the code challenge, it's 50% off for the first month. 50% off. So there is a paywall in your Discord and a free side for office hours. Yes. So we have like a social chat in our members trade. So we let people, you just want to get in and listen. You may want to come just to the sentiment calls for the week. You can get in on the free side. In order to get the signals, that is on the paid side. But we do just let people come in. They may want to get a feel, want to look around, find out about it. We did have some free signals in there, and the free signal started making more money than us. We was like, hey, we're gonna have to cut this back, because the people in the pay side was like, hey, we didn't catch it. Y'all gave that play to the free side and we didn't see it. So it's just a free side of the community. You're more than welcome. But this is what happens when you get on one-on-one with me. My one-on-ones are $100, and for someone who made $1,310, they don't care that one-on-one was $100. 8:30 Central. So I'm Central Time. We got the market. We get on at 8:15. We were done by 9:15. We were already done. She was ready to start seeing client. Oh, you, not me. Not me. What happened, Cam? Yeah, you saying not me. But and this is how you have to think about it. What is the value? And I ask people that. What's the value? If you got on a call with me and you made $1,300 on the call, and I'm teaching you clarity behind trading, what is it worth $100? Is it worth more than 100? I just had somebody tell me that if they made 1,300, they send me $200 or $300. The money you make as a capital manager is yours. You're not paying me for the profits that you're going to make. You're paying me for the clarity that I'm providing you while you get on that chart. Now, that's the kicker. Y'all might think that the $1,310 is the golden goose right here. The golden goose is once she got off the call with me, she came back into the market after lunch and made some more money, made the 300. I'm not going to go to their, I'm not going to put their business out there. But I'm going to tell you what else they made. They came back into the market at about 10 and made $345 that same day. Now this same client, they're paying me for the one-on-one. And this wasn't even their one-on-one. Let me see. My initial client canceled. So we had the previous morning one-on-one too. So I said, hey, do you want to meet? This was the one that I'm about to tell y'all about. We met the next day. That morning, because I got them off yesterday, Wednesday. This is what they made on Wednesday, 1310. They came back in the market after they made the 1310 and grabbed some more money out the market. Yesterday, we're on the call together. They took 15 contracts and made $345, and that was before 10 o'clock. And I gave them clarity, and I told them, I said, hey, we're going to practice proper risk management. Don't go back into the market with that same amount. We've already secured 1310. Let's only risk about 300. They took 7 contracts at about, and by one, they had made $1,092. We're not even on the call together. They knew from the guidance that I gave them on the call, the setup from the chart, how to go back and get some money. We made $345 that morning. They paid that $100 for that consult. So if you take that off, they still made $245, and then came back into the market and made another $1,092. Again, the receipts pay for themselves. The clients get their reward, but one, This person follows my rules. This person is they're no special than anybody else, but they follow the rules that I give them. They have an amount of capital that they have to manage. They're not greedy. A lot of times it's the psychological in your own personal attributes that keep you from being a profitable trader. Not that you don't know, not that you can't learn. It's just you get in your own way. But this is why those one-on-ones are important. This is why I provide them, because I know I can provide clarity. I know I can provide guidance, and I know I can teach you how to do something that's repeatable. Not a gimmick, not throwing indicators, not just giving you some spiffy wiffy, do this if the moon crosses the ocean and the stars align and the 9 cross the 40 and all that. I'm not doing all that. I'm giving you clear cut instructions on how to chart and how to execute on particular companies that fit your trading portfolio. Everybody might not trade SPY. Everybody might can't trade IWM. I work with your specific budget. This works for her budget. 10 contracts, 7 contracts, 15 works for her budget. If you got $500, this is not going to fit your account size, because look at how much the contracts cost. This contract was $215. Most of y'all wouldn't even be strong enough to buy one contract at $215, let alone 10. So again, when you want these type of results, be mindful of the amount of capital you're going to risk. Be mindful of the amount of capital. Again, we didn't have to hit a home run. Most of y'all like, oh, that wasn't 100% trade, or I want 100% trade. You don't always need 100%. This is 60 and it's $1,310, 25 minutes into the market. 25 minutes. That's all it took that day. Other days it may take us an hour. Some days it may take us all day. But knowing how to properly trade, your speed dating 8:30 to 9 till about 11 or 12, you might get a trend, you might range, you need to know when to get in, when to get out. We studied this to the T. I can show it to y'all. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I ain't gonna even not give y'all the game on how we made that type of money. This is where we made it. I showed her, put that rectangle on that gap. We're not using any indicators. We saw that. What y'all see right here? Somebody tell me in the chat what's happening right here on that midline of my gap. What's happening right there? Somebody tell me what's happening on the chart right there at that midline. Let's see if I can point it out some more for you guys. If you don't know how to utilize TradingView and you need help there, I'm here to do that too. What's that? What's happening in this range right here? Somebody tell me what's happening. I'll give y'all like 30 seconds. Consolidation. Thank you, Felicia. And one of my clients right here, one-on-one client, group client, she is consolidating. So what do? We do nothing. We waited till that consolidation got out of the way. Boom. Time to take a put. Wrote that put down. Got out the trade right there. She made her $300, was out the way. What did I do? I didn't get out the way. I had to wait till right here, and I was able to get out. And then boom, I told her, hey, we still haven't hit that low. We had an order block sitting there. And I don't think we're going to be able to see it now. We had an order block sitting there, and we wrote that trade down. See my level? Hit that level to the T. She was able to make some more money. So again, you don't need all these fancy indicators. You need to understand market structure and how to read a chart. But I do have a way for you not to read a chart. Just don't cost you. The person I know that doesn't know how to read a chart, I should bring up their website. It's like $6,000 to learn with them. I'm probably not gonna charge y'all $6,000, but if you want my setup for how not to trade with a chart, it's gonna probably cost $1,000 because it's worth it. If you never had to look at a chart, and I'm gonna work. There was a client on one of my last calls. They're visually impaired. They almost really can't see the chart. I want to teach them how to trade and make a lot of freaking money, because if I can show you guys how to trade without the chart, if we can just wake up and manifest and get this money, we don't even have to open the laptop and get the shop. I think that's worth a lot of game. I think that's worth a lot of money. If you could trade without opening your laptop and you just knew the math behind the money, how much would y'all pay for that? Would y'all want that? If you knew you could wake up every day and trade the stock market and you never had to look at a chart, all you had to do is know some math and some numbers, put the trade in, would that be beneficial for you? Would you want that? Drop some ones if you want it, drop a two if you wouldn't. Because we got courses, we got one-on-ones, We got courses, we got one-on-ones, we got signals, we got all this other stuff, but I'm trying to see what y'all don't have that will help y'all. Most of the time, like my phone's too little to look at a chart. I don't have a laptop. I don't have a tablet. So if you could wake up and trade and you didn't have to look at the chart, like what would you pay for that? Would that be valuable to you? Drop a one if you would buy it. Would you buy into that system and you be like, no, I need that chart? I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably wouldn't buy into it because I can't believe I even came up with it because I'm so comfortable with using a chart. But the system behind my trading, it's not nothing nobody else can do. It's very repeatable. And I'm working on putting a patent on it. There's one trader out here, I admire them a lot. And they have a patent on one of their trading strategies. And I'm jealous. I'm envious in a great way because I'm like, I can do that. I could patent my own trading strategy. I know what to do. I know it's repeatable. Again, y'all can get it right now. Like what I'm doing now and what I give y'all now, this is the bootleg copy. Like if you remember back in the day, people used to sell their CDs out their trunk. That's what it is right now. Y'all are getting the raw bootleg version. But once that thing becomes patent, it's gonna become more expensive. Once people get signed to labels, it becomes more expensive. But you gotta lock in. But I'm not gonna hold y'all long. I wanted to get on here and give y'all the guidance behind learning how to trade. Give y'all information about the Discord. It's 23 of y'all on here. I'm not getting feedback. I see it's lagging, but nobody's saying anything. Y'all ain't told me if y'all could wake up and trade. Would y'all want a kind of system that would just have you just be able to not have to look at a chart? 2, I asked, would that be scary to you and you wouldn't use it? Still no information back from y'all. So again, I'm gonna drop the invite link. If you got questions or want to come up, I have any conversation, I'm gonna drop this one more time and then we'll get out of here in about 5 minutes. Because again, I'm not gonna sit here and talk to myself. I could tell y'all all day what y'all need to do, but y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all want money, won't make the money. But I'm here to show y'all the money's being made. My clients are getting those profits. And that's what I pride on. In Discord, one of our mottos is, we want you guys to be free, but we want y'all to fire us at some point. We don't want y'all to need us. That's the whole goal. We want y'all to be able to get money. We want y'all to be able to make money without us. We want you to get up and be able to fish. But a lot of people think about Discord as a necessity. But Discord is a convenience. When you have Discord, it's like going, they say teach a man to fish and he'll eat forever. Well, it's almost like a grocery store. I have a grocery store for convenience. I don't grow all of my vegetables and food, but I go to the grocery store for convenience. That's what you get inside of Discord. You're not paying for you just to take signals. You're paying for that convenience. We still want you to know how to cook it. We still want you to be able to gather. We still want you to be able to hunt. You're paying for some convenience, not dependency. And that's where a lot of people mess up. They get inside a discourse and they go in it with dependence and not the convenience behind it. I hope that makes sense to y'all. If they make sense, drop convenience in the chat. Meta went crazy. Meta went hella crazy today. And I said Meta's gearing back from that VR. I literally said it on a call and boom, right after that, the article popped up. They're getting sued for little children getting talked to and stuff. I said, when you get into these spaces, you don't make protection for kids and you cater it to them, that's where they all mess up. And as soon as I said it to a client, the article popped up that they were falling because they're getting sued. I said, I knew that was the space. Everything goes into that realm. If you're not a part of that realm, it's not going to even affect you. You're not looking for little children. You're not looking for that P, that word. So people look for that. But Meta messed up because they didn't put those protections in measure. If I were doing something that catered to kids, my first thing priority needs to make sure those kids are protected. So when they made that VR community, and that's why they're removing it from all platforms and things like that, because they want to rectify that situation, you had to make it protective. They should have had some barriers in there to make it age appropriate, make it age verification for 13 above, 16 above, 21 and older. They didn't do that. Got sued. They're pulling back. Meta fell off. But again, they could have some lower lows, but again, Meta won't be down for long. Again, I found most of you guys found me on Meta. You found me on Facebook. So Zuck ain't gonna go out for long. They're gonna pay their money and keep trucking. So I also see this as a buying opportunity for Meta. Look at Meta. I actually give it to y'all. Let's go look at Meta and look at where the next support levels are on Meta. So there we can see if we can get a ride back up. So if we're looking at Meta, let's go up on the daily. See how they're faring. Woo. Gap, gap, gap. So again, I talk about gaps a lot. And you can see, you didn't know the catalyst, but Meta left a gap back here from April 2025 and from May of 2025. They have another gap down here from, these are all April up to May. Meta left gaps. So what happened? Here, November, came back and filled that gap. But this one, we didn't come and fill this April gap until March 2026, almost a year later. So never forget about gaps, because remember, all, somebody dropped this in the chat, all gaps must fill. ... The question is when. So if you kept trying to short Meta, you would have been right maybe 50% of the time, but you don't really know when they're going to come back. And Meta didn't know they was going to come back and fill this gap based off that news, but that's what did it. So let's see. They don't have the article sitting in here on like what happened, but yeah, they were getting to. It was over here in their news. Key facts: Meta libel and teen harm suits. The article was over here. I think it was much earlier. I can't find the article, but it's due. They got to pay a couple of $1 million. But again, I think Meta has another low here. So there's 505, and then we could pop back up because this gap was never filled. And what did I just say? All gaps must fill. We're closer to filling this gap than doing the reversal. So I would definitely start to look and see after 505 gets tagged, if 500 can't hold. Meta's got, you want to see where's that next low at after 500. We got 480. But if it holds that 500, then you can start getting calls back to the upside on Meta because they will recover. If this is valuable, drop some threes in the chat. Y'all let me know y'all still here. If that makes sense about Meta, let me know. Again, Meta is down due to lawsuits that they're going to have to pay out about the protection of children in that VR space. And like I said, they're removing that VR from the Apple Store and the Google Store. I don't see no threes. Y'all about to make me get off of here. Not gonna talk to myself. There we go. Alencia87. I think you're new here. I don't think I've seen you. Thank you for joining. Amy, thank you so much. Felicia, thank you so much. Again, I just need to know that y'all are catching what I'm putting down. If this is informative, again, so let's take it a step further. L Brown, thank you so much. So let's take it a step further. I already showed you guys where the next levels could be for Meta, and I'm already bearish for next week. So what do we need to do? We need to go look at that option chain for next week. So let's take Meta's option chain. Meta, I believe, do they have Monday, Wednesday, Friday contracts now? Yeah. So they're not going to have, they got Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So don't even touch those. Let's just look at the Thursday contract. And if we're looking at 505, 500, look at the 500 strike. So y'all write that down. Write Meta 500, Meta 505 for April 2nd, and see how those play out for next week. Monday, a lot of activity out of that 510. And then I would look at probably after this. See, second. Not a lot of activities. Those little daily contracts are not the best. So puts on that second, and then we go out to April. April they may start to recover, so you want to watch the recovery side. So they're already gaming up at 580, probably 600s too. So you can play both sides. Ride those 500 once we hit the 500 puts, get into your 580 and 600 calls to the upside. Because again, Mark Zuckerberg is not going to let this sit down long. This is just there's a slap on the wrist. They're going to pay their fines, and people are going to buy Meta back up. Jamel, thank you so much. If that makes sense about Meta, if y'all are thinking about those contracts, drop some fours. We just went through Meta's chart. We just went through Meta's option chain, and we got 4 setups. One first bearish, we get into puts, and then we get into the recovery play into calls out into April. Somebody drop in the chat and tell me if you traded with me before, or if you know, why did I look at the April 17th contract? Because again, this is about guidance. This is about education. It's not just me just giving you a signal. You the signal. You download the information and you put it back into the market. You are the signal. I'm just trying to give y'all some guidance. So I picked April 17th. Somebody tell me why. Or if you don't know, say, tell me, Chaz, in the chat. Tell me why, Chaz. Tell me why, Chaz, in the chat. If you don't know why, I put April 17th. If you know, tell me why I picked it. And if you don't, ask me why, so I can tell you. And then we're going to wrap this up. We'll come back Monday. Tell me why. Tell me why. When you're trading options and you're looking at contracts, you want to look at the witching Friday, which is the third Friday. The option chain is more robust. You have more activity on the third Friday. So that's why I picked April 17th. That's the third Friday for Meta. If you go into you can go any ticker. We can do Google. Let's do Google with the GL. Let's say you were trading Google up or down, doesn't matter. And you look at these contracts and you go look at the 10th chain on both sides. We just got one strike in this frame that meets our volume and open interest. But if I go out to the 17th and I get back in the money, now I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got multiple that fit my trading criteria. You have way more volume and open interest and more activity on the chain on the third Friday. So if you're a swing trader, that's a key note. You want to look at those third Friday contracts. But it's been real, guys. We stayed on almost an hour, so we got one more minute. I really appreciate y'all. And again, I gotta y'all gotta bear with me. I apologize for being away, but I am gonna continue to educate you guys here. And when I can't reach out here, I'm definitely gonna be in Discord. This is the type of value I add to my members in Discord every day. This is what I'm teaching. Again, it's more about the education and getting y'all knowing how to do this when we're not around, than just throwing y'all the signal. So we're gonna get up out of here. We got like one more minute or so. If you found value, again, drop those sevens in the chat. I appreciate all of y'all being here. If you got any questions, my email is scrolling across the screen. You can email me. We can jump on a call. I'll send you my business number. We can chat. I do have one-on-one spot open tomorrow. First person that emails me, you get it for $60. These are usually $100. So don't send any payment. You see, I don't have my Cash App or my Zelle up. So you need to email me and say, "Hey, Chad, I'm first," and you can get that one-on-one tomorrow. I think I might have two open for Sunday. If you want a one-on-one, the one-on-ones on the weekend greatly prepare you for the following week. We go through for that prep, so we slow down what I just went over with Meta, what I just went over with Spy, and look at the tickers. You might need IWM based on your budget. You might be able to do SPX just depending on your budget. So I appreciate you guys. Um, Again, let me drop that link again. First 10 people that do sign up for Discord and send me a DM or a email with your pay link, you get a free one-on-one with me, and that one-on-one can be as soon as tomorrow. So don't sleep on the Discord. Don't sleep on one-on-ones with me if you are struggling. And that's about it, guys. I appreciate y'all. If y'all got any questions, I'll give y'all 2 more minutes. It's 5:43. I know the chat is delayed. Y'all got 2 minutes to ask questions, and then we out of here. Excuse me, guys. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all have a good and safe weekend. Let's see what I can leave you guys with. Kendra always says, keep your eyes on your own paper because you never know what somebody else is doing. You never know how someone's trading when you see they have profits. You never know how many losses they take. So um, don't always just look at the exterior of things behind when people post their profits. You don't know what they went through to get there. And a lot of times the exterior doesn't show it. We can have flash, we can have all the glitz and glams on the outside and be dirty on the inside. And that just brings me back to my car. I was outside cleaning my car was filthy. I had a case of Coke explode. But on the outside you wouldn't have known that Coke had exploded inside the car. So I always think about that. Like people wear a mask and the exterior may show something that's beautiful and all spruced up and tidy with a bow. And sometimes the inside can be messed up. So make sure, you know, you take care of yourself. Make sure the inside reflects your outside. Um, and just be a positive being into this world. So I appreciate you guys. Be safe. I'll try to get back on later on this weekend if I have anything else to bring. But share this out. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share it with somebody who needs to learn about trading. Invite them to the community. You are welcome into the community. Again, I already consider you guys already moguls because you're here with me. So the lineage spreads out to you guys. So I appreciate it. Really didn't expect this to go longer than 30 minutes, but we're rounding up an hour. So y'all have a good one.